Alright guys, welcome back to TK Wanderlust. I'm Trav.
I'm Kat.
And today we're going to be talking about how to renew your passport, which is a very, very important thing that you need to do before any international flight. You need to make sure that your passport is current. And you want to get this whole process started as soon as possible. Because you really don't want to be rushing to get this done beforehand, as we know firsthand. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Tip number one is to check that expiration date on your passport. As soon as you get an idea for an international trip, find that passport and check the expiration date. Many countries actually won't allow you in if your passport expires within 6 months of your trip. And this is not day of, this is after as well. So from the day that you return from that trip, 6 months out from that day, not your departure date, but your return date. If your passport expires anytime within those 6 months of your return back home, many countries won't let you in. So you got to make sure that that's up to date. And if it's not, then the rest of this video is for you. So our next tip, or I guess the next step, is to check your eligibility for mail-in renewal. You can renew by mail if your passport isn't damaged in any sort of way. If it isn't older than 15 years, she has awoken. If you were 16 or older when it was issued and your name hasn't changed, or you can provide legal proof of the name change. So say you got married or you changed your name, you would have to provide that proof.
And unfortunately, a lot of times you have to send in your actual marriage certificate. It can't be a I want to say it's a Xerox copy.
Oh, it has to be the actual thing.
It has to be the actual thing. Yeah. That's what my boss is going through right now. Is she's going to Costa Rica. I believe it's Costa Rica. I believe that's what she told me.
Yeah, because Puerto Rico is a territory of ours. You don't need a passport if you're an American and you're going there.
So it's Costa Rica, I believe. She's going there.
It's okay. I get them mixed up sometimes too.
She's going there in January, and she just did her passport. I don't know if she got it back. That's been a nightmare. But she just got married and had to send her stuff in. And a lot of time the government doesn't want a copy of like your birth certificate or the marriage license. It has to be the actual one. And so that's a whole another thing when sending your stuff through mail. You have to just hope that it gets to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Which is just a scary thought.
Yeah. That is, yeah. So, if any of those are true, you need to make an in-person appointment at a passport acceptance facility, and they will help you with the process from there, because there's going to be extra steps. So the next step is filling out the form. It's going to be form DS-82. So you need to fill that out, print it from the U.S. Department of the Interior website, but don't sign it yet. You'll do that right before you mail it. I know when we were doing your passport,
renewing my passport.
Yeah, when we were renewing your passport a few weeks ago, like a month ago, there was just a bunch of questions that they were asking you, on the Department of the Interior website, and then from there it actually autofilled the entire form. So all you had to do was just print it out and then bring it to the post office.
Yep.
So they make it pretty easy, but you want to make sure that it's the right form anyway.
And do it through the government website.
Yeah, because there are some websites out there that say that they are passport renewal websites, but they're not.
And they're not. Just do it through the actual government website. This is at least for the United States passport. We have no idea how it works for other countries. We just know what it is for the United States.
Yeah. If you are watching this from outside the United States and we're hoping this would help you, I am sorry.
I'll probably go on another tangent at some point about cruises, so that might be something to look forward to in this video.
So, yeah, that's the next step is filling out the form. But yep. Like I said, it makes it pretty easy. Yeah. And you'll know that you're on the right website if it ends in .gov.
Right.
So the next step is to take your passport photo. You can do this at USPS, Walgreens, CVS, or you could even do it at home and print it off somewhere. I wouldn't recommend doing that though. Doing it at one of those other places, they have systems in their computers to let you know if it's a good passport photo or not.
Even though it said that my head was crooked in the picture.
Yeah.
That was a whole thing.
Yeah, we did her photo at Walgreens and it was giving us issues.
Yeah. My head is not crooked. At least I don't think it is.
No.
Or maybe everyone else's head is crooked and mine is just right.
So the big thing, you want to make sure that it matches the following criteria. However you do your photo, it has to meet these criteria. You have to have a neutral expression. You can't smile. So just staring at the camera, just how you normally would look at someone, just like this. Just like that. No glasses.
No glasses.
Even though I can't see without them. Right. I can't wear them for my passport photo. The background has to be white, so this would not be good. This would not work. No shadows on your face. And you have to face the camera straight on. Your head can't be at any sort of angle, can't be tilted, even though it kept saying yours was.
Mine was not. They need to see both of the ears, too. That was an issue that they were having with mine, is for some reason my ears weren't showing up correctly. And so you have to have both of your ears showing and no hoodies. You can't have a jacket on in the picture. You have to take it off.
Okay, so after you get your photo taken, next is the fun part, the fees and the payments. So book renewal is $130. It's $30 for a passport card, which can be used for land crossings via car, or $160 for both. You don't need a passport card for land crossings via car.
No.
See, like you did, you took a road trip going from here to Canada, you probably just use your regular passport for that.
Oh, shoot. Speaking of which, this can either be in the video or not. I need to sign my passport. Okay, so tangent. Story time. I took a trip to Alaska with my grandparents.
She took some amazing photos out there.
Yeah.
This was long before we met, but she has photo albums and photo albums of photos, and God, they are so gorgeous.
I went to Alaska, and so we drove through Canada in order to get to Alaska. I took a 2-month trip there, and I forgot to sign my passport. So that's one thing you have to do when you get your passport, is you have to sign it. They almost had to leave me in America. I almost couldn't go on the trip because I didn't sign the freaking passport. So I went ahead and I signed it.
We're going to have to check to see if I've signed mine. I don't know if I've signed mine.
Yeah, we need to get it signed. And so that reminds me. I need to get that done. Oops-a-daisy.
And I think the processing for, like, if you're not expediting it, I think the processing is 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. But say that you are doing it last minute and you need it expedited, you can do that. And the processing for that is 2 to 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. And that's what we did with her passport when we renewed it about a month ago. And even though we were in the middle of a government shutdown at the time, they actually got it to us within a week.
Which is just almost unheard of.
Yeah, I've never heard of that happening before.
I have no idea how I got it so soon, but I did. Because, like, right now, like, my boss is having problems getting hers right now. It went through multiple different USPS places that shouldn't have gone to them, and she's still having issues. And she did the expedited shipping on it and the expedited processing, because we did both on ours too. We did the expedited shipping to and from, and we did the expedited processing.
And so you can do expedited. It's another an additional $60 to do that. So your next step after that is mailing everything. And we've kind of touched on this a little bit. I'm fairly certain that they only allow you to mail it through USPS. But you want to be sure that you have the application, your photo, your old passport, and your payment, which can be a money order or a cashier's check, either one. And you want to use a trackable mail service like USPS Priority Mail. Just bring in all the stuff to the post office and tell them that you're applying for a passport renewal, and they'll help you get it all sorted out and sent off. So our next step after you mail it in is processing. And again, we've kind of touched on this. Standard processing is 6 to 9 weeks. Expedited is 3 to 5 weeks. And you want to plan ahead. You don't want to be panicking about your passport right before you leave for your trip.
Like we did.
Yes. I was talking to a coworker about all of that when we were doing yours, and she was telling me a story about, you know, how stressful it was for her, because I guess for her daughter's graduation, however many years ago, they were going to Mexico, and they needed to get her daughter's passport, and they paid for expedited shipping, and it didn't end up coming, like returning to them in the mail until the day before they left.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, no, don't be that. Don't be them. The earlier the better.
The earlier the better. Yeah.
So set a reminder somewhere that you'll have access to in 9 years to remember that it's time to renew. I don't know exactly where you could put that reminder, but just you want to have something to remind you to do it. So
mine are easy. I got my last passport in 2015. So every time there's a year that ends in 5. So mine is easy. So next time I have to renew new is in 35.
Okay. That makes sense.
So that makes it easy, but it's better to keep an eye on that.
I can't math. I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's why you have me. I can math. I'm gonna go on my cruising tangent here, because cruising, it does do that. You have to have the expiration date needs to be more than 6 months out from the day that you come back. That is definitely for cruising. And so if you are going on a cruise, you have to look at your passport before sometimes even booking it, because you have to have it renewed by then, or they won't let you on the ship. Even if, because what some people do is they don't even go out into the other countries. They just stay on the ship and do whatever on the ship, which to me it doesn't seem fair. I like going into the other countries and exploring, even if it's just for a couple hours. But some people just stay on the cruise ship. You still have to have your passport not be expired in 6 months.
Right.
And so it's easier when you're a cruising person to keep track of your passport and when it expires, because those rules are there and they are very strict.
Yep. So, and I think if I remember right, I've only been on one cruise, and that was when I was like 16, 17. I don't know if that played a role. I don't remember them checking my passport at the ports of call, or when I got back to the States even.
No, because they check your passport when you go onto the ship.
I don't remember that whole trip anyone checking my passport once.
Well, someone wasn't doing their job, because that's what they're supposed to do. They check your passport.
I don't know if it's because I was, 16, 17. I don't know if it's because it was a Carnival cruise. I don't know.
Oh, Carnival cruises. There's a reason why I cruise Royal.
But anyway, so once you send it out, then it's just a waiting game. And like she said, when you get it back, first thing you want to do is you want to sign that passport, make it valid.
Otherwise, they either won't let you back into the country, or they won't let you into the country. So
most likely they won't even let you on your flight.
Probably, more than likely.
And then probably about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks after you get your new passport, they will send you another mailer, and that will contain all of the documents that you sent them. The application, your old passport, which for whatever reason, when I renewed mine, they drilled a hole through my old passport, but they didn't do that for yours.
They did not, so I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you don't have to get that back. All of that stuff. You don't have to wait to get that back before you go. Once you get that new passport back and you sign it, you can go on your trip. It's not required that you have to have all of the old stuff back. That is the whole process. And this has been TK Wanderlust, and our next video is packing for your vacation. How to do it very efficiently. And I'm going to be showing you the tips that my mom has taught me, and she travels for a living. She's a international tour director, so she lives out of teeny tiny suitcases for most of the year. So she knows how to pack efficiently. And then that'll probably there's gonna be probably one more video that week, and then after that, it's gonna be our trip, our our trip videos. There might be the trip videos won't be getting uploaded after that week, but that's when we're gonna be on our trip.
Yep.
So there's probably gonna be probably a few weeks that there's not gonna be any videos, but that's because we're gonna be out in Ireland and Portugal and then coming back, and I'm gonna be editing it all together, and then you'll have probably like a month of uploads where it's just our trip. So that'll be fun. I'm excited to show you guys Ireland and Portugal. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, this has been TK Wanderlust. I'm Trav.
I'm Kat, and this is Willa.
With the cat. Cat with the cat.
Cat with the cat.
And this is TK Wanderlust. Adventure starts here.
She's snoring.
I can hear that, yeah.
Yeah. She's out.
We still have the cat.
We still have the cat.